I've always had a goal of connecting a pipeline of STEM from here to Africa. I feel like there's so many resources in Africa, and always just wanted to connect with my people that are there as well. And I feel like it's important that Wakanda is real, man. You see those Black Panther movies, it's real. Like we see it, we think that's amazing, but that's really what's out there in Africa. So just all those resources, and just really wanted to connect that pipeline. So yeah.
Have you enjoyed listening to the IncrediPaul podcast? Are you looking for a way to support it? Or maybe you just want some swag? Check out the IncrediPaul store today. We have shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, hats, stickers, and so much more. Go to IncrediPaul.org, IncrediPaul.org, and click on the store link. Or go to the link in my socials bio and click on the IncrediPaul shop. Looking forward to seeing your IncrediPaul look.
Turn this up! Turn this up!
Your professional development is one of the keys to your career success. When you combine your desire to grow with actionable steps, your journey to success becomes an incredible reality.
Hi, I'm Paul Ferranbi, and welcome to IncrediPaul Leadership, where we learn how to become the most incredible versions of ourselves by learning from each other. Today, I have the honor of having Richnovated on the podcast. He is an internationally acclaimed author, mentor, and founder of STEM Plug, which is a company focused on advocating STEM to youth and individuals of all ages. That is fascinating, Rich. Super excited to have you on the show, but I want you to introduce yourself the way you would do it.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. That was a great introduction. But yeah. So my name is Rich Gilliam, aka Richnovated. I'm originally from North Philly, born and raised, and I actually had a 1.8 GPA in high school when I graduated. Wow. Right. Graduated high school and I came to North Carolina. I went to college at St. Augustine's University. I studied biology. Graduated back in 2015. When I graduated St. Aug, I was doing science research for the government. So I was doing neuroscience research for about 2 years. Did a cool study seeing the effect of fluoride had on the learning and memory in long-Evan rats. So I was able to get a publication from that. And so did that for about 2 years. That was my journey within the sciences. And then after that, I implemented and transferred over into robotics, right? So I've worked in robotics now since 2017. And I started my business, STEM Plug, my STEM education company, a year ago. So yeah, that's a little bit to kind of give you all that in about a minute or so. Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm all about branding, right? Self-branding, business branding, everything, right? Everything is important that you have a brand with everything that you do, right? Because it's cool for me to say that I'm a scientist or engineer, but a lot of people are scientists and engineers, right? What makes you really unique? What makes you stand out from the bunch? So my name Richnovated really comes from my name being Rich, as well as taking the word innovated and just kind of putting them all together. I really look at myself as a forward thinker. So everything that I do with my business, every way that I move within my life, I'm always thinking 10 years from now. I'm not thinking about 2-3 months down the road. I'm making decisions that's going to affect me 10 years from now. So that's really how my name Richnovated kind of came about. Always just being in a forward thinking mindset, and also the people I come in line with, always just kind of like talking to them as well as like, okay, your thinking and your mindset of how you're looking to do things, you need to be thinking in that forward thinking mindset. So that's how it kind of all came about. Yeah, man. So, everything is a journey, right? Sometimes our steps are just, aligned. So like I said, I had that 1.8 GPA in high school, and, at 1.8, you're not getting into many schools. So, St. Augustine's University, where I went, they gave me a chance, and it was a fresh start for me, right? And really coming to North Carolina being able to experience another, environment, another culture of people in the South compared to coming from up north, was really a positive experience for me in my life. Moving from Philly to the South was definitely, definitely different, but it was definitely a refreshing new start for me, right? And then, kind of when I got to school, I really didn't know what I wanted to study. And I remember like asking my mom, like, I don't know what I want to study. And she was like, I remember, my high school senior project I did in high school I did it on kidney disease. And I had an
Oh,
aunt
wow.
that passed from kidney disease, so I did my project on that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. I did my project on that, and so I did like I went to like different dialysis centers in Philly. I remember collecting data and stuff like that, and I enjoyed doing the project. And my mom was like, "Yeah, maybe you should study biology. You liked it doing that project in kidney disease." So I was like, "All right." I couldn't think of nothing else to do, so I just studied biology. And then I don't know. I just like over time, me being more focused, and I really look at myself now as like really as a lifetime learner. I just always liked it,
Mm.
learning about science once I was in college and learning about new things, and it started to become really really interesting to me. And then the neuroscience thing that kind of came about. So I applied to like a post-bac fellowship, with the government through NIH,
Okay.
and the lab that I
Okay.
worked with, it was a neurotoxicology lab. So yeah, so
Wow.
that was the lab that kind of. So it's crazy, the thing of relationships, right? Of having relationships with someone, and then they introduce you to another opportunity. So I actually,
Mm.
I had a summer, my senior year, I had a summer internship with somebody within the NIH who is still a mentor to me to this day. This
Really?
lady still my mentor, still connects me with different opportunities. It's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
But I did work with her, and then she introduced me to the lady that I did my post-bac, research in neuroscience with. So that was a amazing opportunity. It was very good. I learned a lot. I was actually able to get publications out of both of those opportunities. So it was cool. And but sometimes one door closes, even better one opens, right? Because I left there,
Yeah.
and after I left there, that's what kind of introduced me to robotics. So so whole nother
Yeah.
journey. Man, it's like I said, it's been a journey, right? So when I left, doing the research I mentioned for the government,
Yeah.
I went to uh, I went to another company where I was still a scientist,
Mhm.
for say, but I was a scientist running like different experiments
Okay.
on like lab automation robotics.
Okay.
So I did that for about 2 years, from about 20, what was it, about maybe 2016 to 2018. And I was working overnight for those 2 years, and I
Wow.
remember just one night I just had a moment, like literally just one night. I remember like it was yesterday. I just had a moment, and I was just like, this is starting to become too repetitive to me. Like, why
Mm.
don't I start learning this like lab automation robotics, like learning the engineering side of it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can only imagine where this will go 5 years from now,
Yeah.
right? So that's having that forward thinking mindset.
Yeah.
So literally, like after that, I just started to take the initiative of like, when the vendor will kind of come in and do preservative maintenance on the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
or having to service it. I would just shadow them. So I started to become that person, that go-to person, and I started to gain more other skills. And then I really just started to finesse my resume up
There you
with
go.
those skills.
Yeah.
And then I got a full blown position within as a lab automation engineer. So
Wow.
the robotics I work on is specifically within lab automation.
Lab
So
automation.
my biology experience is definitely important in the stuff that I do. I like to say like an automation engineer like me is like, it's really a jack of all trades,
Mm-hmm.
because I have to understand the biology aspect of the experiments when I'm like, creating different methods to be ran on the robots and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, that's really cool that you were really intentional in your pursuit of it. That you saw this, and when you said looking 5 years ahead, I know at the beginning you said you looked 10 years ahead. That you saw the opportunity there, and you just went for it. An opportunity came, and you were able to land it. That's really good, really good.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
So I know we talked about stem plug as well. You said you've been doing that for about a year. What was
Hmm.
the kind of the motivation or driver behind starting this amazing company?
Yeah, man. So stem plug. Let me just show you something real quick. Let me see. Let me show you this real quick. So stem plug. A lot like Amazon, right? Amazon started with books in the garage.
Yeah.
Everything in my brand started with my children's book here,
Oh, awesome.
Diverse in
The
STEM,
virus is
which
well.
came out, yeah, which came out about a year ago. And this is just, really a children's book. It has 10 different children in it, all different backgrounds, different personalities, and a teacher named Miss Joy from Ghana who really
Wow.
inspires them and helps their personalities and really inspires them in different areas of
Hmm.
STEM. So I put this out a year ago. This has been a amazing vehicle for me, I would say, to really connect with, schools, kids all around the world. I say the world because I've got this book into Ghana.
Wow.
I didn't actually get to go myself, but I got into Ghana.
That's amazing.
Connected with different people in Canada. So yeah, I put that out a year ago, and really after I put that out, I really back to branding, right?
Hmm.
I wanted to put a brand around
Yeah.
everything. Um, so that's when kind of STEM plug kind of came about.
Okay.
So I did that, and now I do consulting as well. I do a lot of different school visits. And STEM plug, like I said, it kind of started with the children's books, but now it's really a brand, of really initiating STEM for all ages. Because I
Wow.
do consulting for people that are in STEM or trying to get into STEM.
Mm.
And I also have, much like you, I have a podcast as well,
Yeah.
STEM Plug Podcast,
Yes.
where I have different innovators and entrepreneurs within STEM that really, talk about what they do in STEM, as well as they might have a service. So they're able to, talk about what they have going on, as well as kind of educate my community. And but yeah, and I'm kind of continuing to add more things within STEM Plug as I go along. I'm enjoying the journey, right?
Yes.
You gotta a lot of people in this day and age are in the, I like to say, the microwave age, right? They want things overnight.
Yeah, they want it right away.
But I'm enjoying the journey. Like, I'm enjoying connecting with people and all around the country at different events, putting myself out there, putting my brand out there, because I know there's going to be one day, maybe 5 years from now, you hear STEM Plug, and I'll just have a product, and I won't have to be, you know, I might not be doing as many events or traveling
Yeah.
all around and stuff like that, because my brand is more built. So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this process of really putting everything out there.
Are you wondering what's next? Has everything you tried failed? Or maybe you just feel stuck? Then coaching might be right for you. The coaching relationship is a relationship totally centered on you. If you're tired of running on the hamster wheel of life and want to start to see results, reach out to IncrediPaul for help. So what are you waiting for? Go to incredipaul.org/coaching, IncrediPaul.org/coaching, or at I am IncrediPaul on all my socials. Or you can click the link in the bio for your free coaching session. I want to make sure you become the most incredible version of yourself. So that's really good. I'm glad you shared that. I'll make a quick plug for the people who are listening to our podcast. They should be watching it as well because you just showed the book. Was it diversified in STEM or what's
Diverse instance.
diverse
Yeah,
in
that's
STEM?
it.
So he's holding it up.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
so quick little plug. All the characters, the letters that you see them holding, that's like the first letter of their names. So it
Oh.
basically spells out diverse. And
Okay.
so yeah, so I'm all about hidden messages, man. When
There you go.
everything that I do, it's always a hidden gem that's gonna help you out when you least know it. You might
Yes.
just be looking at it, you're like, oh wow. So
Yeah, those hidden hidden gems or those Easter eggs. They're always fun to find.
Easter eggs. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's really cool that you were able to start with this book and it's expanded to so much more. And just the way, because you even mentioned that the teacher was in Ghana, and you also were able to get the book in Ghana as well. Is there a specific reason why you chose that country?
Yeah, man. I'm just, I've always had a goal of connecting a pipeline of STEM from here to Africa.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many resources in Africa, and always just wanted to connect with my people that are there as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's important that Wakanda is real, man. You see those Black Panther movies, it's real. Like we see it, we think that's amazing, but that's really what's out there in Africa. So just all those resources, and just really wanted to connect that pipeline. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's really cool. That you're
yeah.
reaching out and being intentional about like really tap into your roots and the brothers in Ghana. So for me, that stands out because I was actually born in Nigeria, and Ghana is like right next
Oh,
to
okay.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
So
nah, for
to
sure.
be able to do that and touch the people, I think I saw like through your Instagram, like when you had the people in Ghana actually holding up the book, and I'm sure that was a really amazing
Yeah,
moment for you.
yeah, man. It's like some things you just can't even explain, right? And it's just like, even for me, like I actually I had the ideas of like writing my different books and stuff like that since probably since I graduated 2016,
Mm,
2015. But I just slept on the ideas, right? I was just, kind of stuck in my corporate job, and
mm,
just like sleeping on my dreams outside of my corporate job,
mm,
right? Just not really like, oh no, nobody's gonna, this isn't gonna do anything. This is just a weird idea popping up in my head. Actually, until 2019, like I almost lost my life in a car accident.
wow.
And I mean, I say this story all the time, every time I talk, because it's real. Like, that really took me to really start to take my dreams and ambitions
Mm,
seriously, like outside of my corporate job. And it's like, I'm glad I did, because like I would have never knew the impact that my book has made on people, that I've, traveled all around the country, and met, people, kids from all around different cities. Not even just kids, I mean teachers, everyone. So if I would have just slept on this idea, it's like, yeah, it's crazy. I can't even explain it.
yeah, it really sounds like you're walking in your purpose, really, because I can just see you light up
Thanks.
as you talk about it. That it just brings life to you. It brings joy, and I'm sure that every time you come in contact with people, whether it's like in interviews like this or in person or just even like people scrolling through your profiles, they can see how passionate you are. And I think that passion, I haven't had an opportunity to see the book, or I saw the cover, but actually like read through it. I'm sure it comes out in the book as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a lot more coming with these characters, man. I actually have some STEM flashcards that are actually about to come out as well,
Wow.
very soon. So each character is going to have probably about 5 to 10 flashcards, and they'll have like a STEM word on the back, and then that's actually the first venture, because after that, that's going to actually turn into a board game eventually.
Wow.
So not stopping with just the books. Like books are cool, but you got to have some engaging stuff as well. So it's a lot more to come.
Yeah, I could. You said at the very beginning, but I can see it with everything you're doing. That how forward thinking you are. It's like a lot of people, because a year
Yeah,
ago is not that long. A lot of people could start a book for years, but you
yeah,
already said flashcards are coming out, a board game, like, and even at the beginning where you compared what you're doing with Amazon, and I think that is shows a lot of vision, and that is a key characteristic of leaders, of having a vision, a big picture that maybe other people don't see, but you can see, and able to get other people to buy into that vision, which it seems like you have. And I want to commend you on that. That's remarkable.
Nah, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. It's like you said, believing in your vision first, right? Like so that's another gem, right?
Yeah.
You see what it says on that board, right? When we believe, we achieve.
Yes.
So, it's a lot of yeah, man. If you believe it, if you believe it, it's not just about that belief. You got to take that action too. That's where a lot of people fall short. You can believe, but if you ain't taking that action, then it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it ain't just gonna happen because you like believe in your head. Like nah, you gotta seriously take action, make sacrifices. You gotta have some good people in your life as well. Like everything that I had don't just happen just because of me. I definitely have good people in my life that's you know really helped me get to where I'm at today for sure. So
No, that's good. Well, yeah, talk to me more about that, because like the people, the relationships, and like the kind of like the sacrifices you've had to make. 'Cause I know it's really easy just to have a corporate job and focus on that, but then you can have this burning desire to do something else. So like, how like talk to me
yeah,
about
man.
that transition. Like, I know you kind of mentioned
Yeah.
like the car accident, but like, how did this all come out? Like, walk me through it.
You said how did it all come about? You said
Yeah, yeah, like kind of walk me through your thought process as you were you said you kind of were sitting on these things for a while. It felt like you had like
yeah.
a life changing moment that kind of was like the catalyst.
Yeah, not for sure. I mean, honestly, when I went through that situation, it really it really taught me a lot of life lessons,
Mm,
right? Really taught me to just gratitude was one of the biggest lessons,
mm,
being thankful for. I mean, I had gratitude before that, but it just amplified so much more.
okay.
Like just being thankful for so many different things, and then just like really, it just taught me to like. I mean, you never know when your last moment will be, right? And I always look at life like um, we're going to be gone from this world longer than we're actually here, right? So what impact do you want to actually make
Mm,
while you're here?
mm-hmm.
So when I start looking at life like that, that just made me start taking action.
Yeah.
So it's all about your mindset. When you have a mindset of just like what impact do you want to like actually leave,
Mm-hmm.
then you that really amplifies the action that you take. So I don't sometimes I just think I'm a walking vessel. I don't even know how I do some of the things I do. I'm gonna be completely honest
Yeah.
with you. I just
That's awesome.
I just wake up, meditate, have my goals, take action, and then make it happen.
No, that's so good. Like, and that's
Yeah.
really kind of existential almost, like thinking about what you want to be known for. It reminds me of a book, What Do You Want to Be Known For? And it talks about kind of like what you were saying, like when it's all said and done, like sometimes your whole life will be summed up in one or two sentences. And when you are living your life, are we actively, intentionally thinking about what do we want, do we know for what do we want people to say about us when it's all said and done? And when you had that moment where you realized in the blink of an eye everything would be gone, there were things that you saw that you wanted to do, that you wanted to be known for, but you hadn't done them yet. And I think it seems like that was a catalyst.
Nah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Nah, you summed it up, and I mean, you got the perfect segues, man, because that actually segues perfectly into my new book that actually drops tomorrow.
Yes.
Engineer your way,
Yes.
and this is a self help book that I feel like is man this book is for this isn't a children's book, but this book is for anybody, man, that has dreams and ambitions that might need an extra push, or
Mm,
maybe you already got that push but you want to just continue to be inspired,
yeah.
right? And just have that helps you build that infrastructure that you might be looking to build, right? Because I am a robotic engineer, like I said, that's my career. My career right now outside of my business, but this book is nothing about engineering.
Mm,
Like it's nothing about
yeah.
engineering. engineer is just the vehicle, right? But then once you get into the vehicle, I don't know if you can see it on
Yeah,
here.
with the content, I can't. I can see the first one. It's I think it says engineer
Yeah,
or what endurance. What does that say?
it says. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if you can see it better like this. You see it better like that. It might be the other side.
Yeah,
But I'll read.
yeah. Just
I'll
read
read
it
it.
off
I'll
to
read it
me.
to
I
you.
can't see.
I'll read. I'll read it to you.
Yeah.
But So yeah. So the engineer is a long acronym, but it's going into the chapters of embrace. That's the first chapter. So like I said, me talking about that 1.8 GPA that I had in high school, right? But I can embrace that now. I can talk about it, so I can share it. I can share with people, and maybe motivate somebody that went through something in their life, but now are looking to go to another path, right? Really seeing how you navigate those different things that you go through in
Yeah.
life, right? And then really having that gratitude for all those different situations that you might have been going through, that situations that you might have, thought were bad at that point in time, but now you look at it like, wow, this really helped me in life to get to another level. Innovation, right? Like I said,
Yeah.
innovation, right?
Yeah.
Thinking with that forward mindset. Then with all this said, also nurturing yourself. So having that self care for yourself. So making sure that you don't burn yourself out.
That's important.
Looking at that emotional intelligence, right?
Yes,
Emotional
that's huge.
intelligence. How you move.
Yeah.
Empathy for others.
Yes.
Learning from other cultures, and then finally just reassuring yourself that you are who you are. Right, so that's what the book is about. It's nothing about engineering. That's the vehicle. But once you get in the car, you're going to a completely another place you thought you was going to.
I really
So
like that. That's the vehicle, but it's taking you to a whole new destination.
yeah, yeah,
That's really good. And we'll
yeah,
see in the post production because the program I'm using for whatever reason sometimes it'll blur it live, but then I'm probably gonna be able to
yeah,
read
yeah.
it when it's all said and done, and people watching this are gonna be like, "Why can he not read? Like, what is going on?" It's like I promise you, it was just blurred out for me a little bit. I can read, even though
Yeah,
I'm an
nah, so
engineer, and there's
good.
jokes about engineers not reading, but that is really awesome that you just keep it going. Like how are you able to continue to do this, and how do you even know what's next? Like,
Man, I told you, bro. I'm a walking vessel.
yeah,
Like, man, I got. I was telling somebody this the other day, and they looked at me like they couldn't believe me. But I'm so serious. I probably have enough content written right now for the next 10 years.
wow, that's just a mic
Yeah.
drop. Like I just nothing to say about that.
Yeah. I got probably enough content written right now for the next 10 years. But it's stuff is in stages. It's a season for everything.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, man, just really being disciplined about my time,
Mm.
how I spend my
Mm.
time. You know, and that's the main thing. Yeah, being disciplined about how I spend my time. So
I'm glad you mentioned that. That's really important. Like I think it. Some people say time management, but I think that's kind of a misnomer because you're prioritizing the things that you want to do or need to do because we all heard it said we have all the same 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, but some people are able to get much more out of it. It's not necessarily that they're getting more, but it's that they are hyper focused. And so that you're hyper focused. Purpose is you're trying to do what you want to be known for, and it just comes out of you get into that flow state and just do it.
yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
No,
That's
that's really
facts.
cool. I do want to mention because I know you mentioned that Engineer Your Way is dropping tomorrow. At least as far as the recording. By the time you're listening or
Okay.
watching this, it has already
Yeah.
dropped. So don't be like, "Oh, I'm waiting until tomorrow."
Yeah,
already
yeah,
dropped.
yeah, for sure.
Do not wait.
September 15th, which is actually National Engineers Day.
Yeah. Oh,
So that's when the official date.
yeah.
And I'm actually planning a multi city book tour.
Nice.
Coming up, actually starting September 23rd.
Nice.
So I might be in a city near you.
That's really cool. Do you have any cities mapped out yet as far as where you're gonna be?
I'm gonna be in North Carolina, of
Yeah.
course. I'm gonna be in North Carolina. I'm gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be in Philly. I'm gonna be in Texas. I'm gonna be in Cali. I'll
Wow.
be in Atlanta.
Man,
Really all around the
really
country,
all.
man. Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. all around the country, yeah, for sure. So we gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Engineer your way to it.
No, that's good. I might hit you up in
Yeah.
Illinois. I'm in St. Louis. It's not far, depending on where you are in
Okay.
Illinois. So definitely let me
Okay.
know where that date is.
How far are you from Chicago?
I'm like 4.5 hours driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Yeah, my publisher, she's based out of
Okay.
Illinois. So I'm gonna be there. That's I think like the second week in October, but I'll keep you updated for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely let me know. I want to pick up a book and hopefully get it signed by you as well.
Nah, for sure, man. That's good. I appreciate you having me on your platform, man. I checked out some of your content. Definitely mind blowing, man. Amazing content, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And just keep killing it, man. Like I said, I'm honored that you allow me to be on here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. You are doing amazing things, and it goes hand in hand with things I'm passionate about. And all that's something I'm trying to be more intentional about. Not I have a IncrediPaul brand, but I also have a nonprofit called Alice that helps people underrepresented. We have people all over the country. We're more known with the universities we work with. So like we have conferences we'll be going coming like we'll actually be in Chicago in November for a conference helping with that. But it's really focused on mentorship. And when I say underrepresented, it's really like the black and brown people in STEM, getting them more involved. Black and brown and women as well, because there's not a lot of women in STEM, to make sure that they
Yeah.
are empowered, they know how to do it, because we have a pretty good network of people. So if that's something you want to get connected with, we always are looking to connect with great people, great resources, so that our membership or people know about stuff that you're doing. So I would definitely connect you with that.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I definitely be interested. I'm definitely I do public speaking and keynotes at a lot of different events, so I'll definitely be interested in. And kind of going back in the engineer your way, right? I definitely got to plug this in one more
Yeah, do
time.
it, do it.
This is definitely a book that I feel like will be so important for college students.
Hmm.
That's definitely an audience because when you're in college, right? Sometimes especially when you in those STEM fields,
Mm,
you start to think that everything is so technical,
hmm.
right? But really having that understanding of those soft skills, because
Yes.
like I said, everything that I mentioned in this book, all these soft skills, I feel like that's what's really led me to build the infrastructure I have today. Like, yeah, I'm in robotics. It's a very technical area, but I feel like my soft skills have really allowed me to build to where I'm
Wow.
at. Really knowing how to talk to people, connect with people from all different cultures, being coachable, right?
Hmm.
No matter what status you're at, still being coachable from somebody else. That's
Yes.
that's very important, right?
Yes.
So I feel like college students from all around really need to understand that. So I love to, man. That'd be dope.
Yeah, no, that's really good. And I like that you mentioned that is on the soft skills. And I don't even like calling them soft skills anymore. I call them life skills because
Life
this
skills,
is
yeah,
something that you
for sure.
need to be effective, because a lot of people they'll hear the word engineer or scientist or technologist, they're like, oh, you're really smart. I'm like, no, we just spent the time and just kept at it until we got it. I think
Yeah,
there's a lot of times people can feel like, oh, am I really meant for STEM or not? It's like, yes, you are. You can do it. This whole idea of imposter syndrome, that they feel like they don't belong. Other people have it easier, and like it's hard for everyone. Maybe it's harder for some people than others, but I wouldn't say anyone it's easy for them the first time, or if it was, it's not always easy. And so, like what you're sharing with the soft skills or life skills, really, of how to connect with people, build those relationships. That I believe what was the first one was the embrace, right? As far as like where you are
Yeah,
at. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so I think that's really critical to acknowledge where you're at, but then also be coachable to move to where you want to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah, for sure. For sure. That's what it's all. That's what it's all about. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to connect on the university tip. I love to see how that looks for sure.
Yes, definitely. That would be good. But we're almost out of time. But I want to make sure: is there anything about you or STEM Plug or Rich Novated that you haven't talked about yet that you want to make sure the people listening or watching know about you and what you do?
Man, like you said, I don't know when your episode might already be might not be out before this event, but I'm actually having a pretty big event coming going down in Durham, North Carolina, October 5th. It's called the Edu Vibe
As
Fest.
you
It's the first annual Edu Vibe Fest. I'm going to be doing a live podcast,
Wow.
live STEM Plug podcast, as well as it's gonna be a party for my new book. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a party. So I'm gonna have a DJ. It's gonna be a fun networking event. I'm gonna have a VR playground as well. So
Wow.
some people in the virtual reality space are gonna be demoing some of their stuff. And I'm all about educational fun,
Yeah.
man. So I like to have fun. I like to educate myself, but I like to have fun
That's
too.
good.
So it's gonna be the Edu Vibe, the first annual Edu Vibe
Nice.
Fest. Um, yeah, so yeah, definitely tune into that, man, and definitely stay plugging into with the STEM Plug podcast. We got good stuff coming up, and yeah, man, I really would like to if there's anyone that's looking for any coaching services or mentoring services, they can definitely check out my website, stemplug.net, and book a call with
Yes.
me, or you can check out my Instagram, Richnovated, and yeah, stay plugging in.
Yeah, stay plugged in with STEM Plug. I like it. And I love your logo as well. It's really dope. It's
Oh yeah, and the merch. We got the merch too. We got hats right now.
nice.
But it's gonna be some more merch from STEM Plus. So you can definitely that's something that you could definitely stay tuned with. We're definitely gonna be tapping in more into the merch space. So you definitely can stay tuned with that more
That,
from STEM
that's
Plug.
good. Stay
Yeah.
plugged in to STEM Plug for all you the listening or watching. So I know you already shared how
Yeah.
people can connect with you between Instagram and on your website. Any other ways that you want them, or are those the best ways?
You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn a
Yeah.
lot. That's Rich Gilliam. So yeah, RICHST Gilliam GILLIAM. So yeah, I'm always on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great place to network. So
Yes.
yeah, you could definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. Engineer your way. You'll be able to find this on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, Walmart. Will be in all like the large bookstores, as well as you'll be able to check out my website, stemplug.net, or check out my Instagram, Rich Novated, and you can see about getting a copy from that way too.
Yeah, no, that's really good. A lot of different ways to connect with you. LinkedIn is my favorite. My wife knows I spend way too much time on LinkedIn. But it's a good way to stay connected with people and not get cluttered by a lot of stuff you see on Facebook or even Instagram
Yeah,
sometimes. So,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Nah, I agree. I agree. They said, I can't take credit for this, but I heard somebody say on the podcast, he was like, what did he say? And it's not my quote, so I ain't gonna steal it. He said it on a podcast, but he was like, uh, Instagram is for the show, LinkedIn is for the dough, something like that.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's dope. So, yeah, but shout out to him. He said it on the podcast, not me.
Yeah, maybe
But
someone
it was a it's a good quote.
Good one. I like that.
Yeah.
That's really good. Well, I really appreciate you being on IncrediPaul Leadership, really being a leader in STEM education, but also having fun as well. I think that's really critical what you're doing because especially in engineers, but like in STEM in general, I think we have this stereotype of not being fun people. But people in STEM, like we know we can be fun. There's a lot of fun stuff we can do, but really, like I think it was in your vision or in your purpose that you talked about the education, but also making it fun. So I really like that. That's something that you're focused on.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, I appreciate it, man. We gonna keep growing. Definitely keep staying plugged in with STEM Plug, man. We gonna keep going around. Might be in the city near you,
Yeah.
you know. So we gonna keep plugging in.
Yeah, for sure. Keep plugging in, and I hope you learned something from Richnovated's story, from his in high school with a 1.8 GPA, but he didn't let that stop him from going to college, going into biology, doing research, also getting into robotics. But you would think that for most people that would be where you would stop, but no, he knew that he wanted to keep going and keep giving to the world with your kids book, diverse in STEM. Did I say that right?
Yeah,
Yes, diverse in STEM, and more stuff coming up for that. Your new book that's out. Make sure you get the book. I'm gonna pre-order, or maybe pretty much just order it because it's coming out tomorrow. Pre-order's probably gone.
yeah.
But I hope you learned something from his story about really being forward thinking, being innovative, and not letting your surroundings or really your circumstances prevent you from becoming the most incredible version of yourself. Thanks for joining and keep being incredible.
Be sure to rate and review this podcast on your favorite podcast listening platform. We'll see you here next time. And be incredible. Incredible.